Myself is Gupta, Junior Scientist, Department of Horticulture, going to deliver PowerPoint presentation on the topic plantation crop for the 4th semester fruit and plantation crop. Now I would like to at first define what is plantation crop. Plantation crop are the crop which are perennial in nature, which are having high acreage and having high cash value. But the most important thing, that plantation crop cannot be used as such as fresh. Only after proper processing it can be utilized. This is the main definition of plantation crop. A group of commercial crops of perennial nature, cultivated extensively in tropical and subtropical situations, which need employment of labor throughout the year and produces only after proper processing. Definition in traditional sense: plantation crops are those which are cultivated on extensively scale like tea, coffee, rubber. Here the term plantation or estate is used synonymously. Estate or plantation means large scale agricultural unit, usually of a single crop. Difference between plantation crops and other fruit crops, general fruit crops. So we can see here that under the feature climate under which cultivated, plantation crops are tropical in nature and mainly cultivated between 20° north and 20° south latitude. However, fruit crops may be temperate, subtropical or tropical in nature. Then necessity of training and pruning. It is somehow less required in case of plantation crop, but in fruit crop necessity of training and pruning is more. Especially in temperate crop it is mandatory. Sustainability for consumption. Processed and consumed. Plantation crop, actually processing is the main feature. Without processing it cannot be consumed. And in case of fruit crops, major portion of fruit crops are consumed directly or in fresh form as table purpose. Perishability of the produce. Plantation crops are less, or we can say some are not perishable, but fruit crops are highly perishable in nature. Export potential, foreign exchange and earnings. In case of plantation crop it is comparatively high, and in fruit crops some portion of the fruits are preserved and preserved products are exported. Uses of plantation crops is very diversified. Form it is utilized like as beverages, oil seed, medicinal value, and fruit crops are used mostly as protective food, as fruit and vegetable are designated as protective food, which are rich in vitamins and minerals. Fruit and vegetables are called protective food because it comes under the category of protective food because they are packed with valuable vitamins and minerals which provide immunity to fight against various diseases in human being. So these are called protective food. Important plantation crops. These are the important plantation crops Oil yielding crops, coconut, oil palm, palmyra palm, masticatory, areca nut, betel vine, these are used here. Beverages crop, tea, coffee, cocoa by which chocolate are prepared, nut crops, cashew nut, and industrial. Possible area expansion in traditional area is limited. Scope for expansion in non-traditional area is mainly in north and eastern states. Area occupied by plantation crop, roughly 4 million hectare and 2.8% of total cropped area. Earning from export of plantation crop is 27% of total agricultural commodities and 4.8% of total export. These are the basic statistics. I will provide up-to-date statistics when I will deal with crop, each crop. The current data will be provided. Commercialization of plantation. Coconut and areca nut. Being cultivated in India from time immemorial, it is since very beginning, it has been in under cultivation. Cocoa from 1960s, Brazilian origin. However, expansion gained momentum only after 1970s. Oil palm of African origin in 1970, highest edible oil yielding crop it is, and it produces 4 to 6 tons oil per hectare, and sometimes even at in the tune of 8 ton per hectare. Cashew, which is grown for its nut, though apple is also produced and some fermented product is prepared, but mainly it is cultivated for nuts. It is introduced by Portuguese during 16th century in Malabar coast as soil conservation crop, having Brazilian origin. Now India ranks first in the world both area and production of cashew. Rubber mainly in Kerala and Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu. Now India occupy fourth. Scope and economic importance of plantation crops. Expansion in non-traditional area, as population and spice crop are restricted to their geographical distribution, the possibility of expansion in the traditional area is very limited. However, there is simple scope for expansion of area in non-traditional regions such as northeastern states, where there is irrigation potential. Climatic conditions are also congenial, and due to development of drip irrigation technology, now new area and non-traditional area are also coming under these crops, very increasing rate. Export potential. Plantation crops earn foreign exchange. We know these are very, from economic point of view, these are very important crops. Example, coir based products, coir export and coffee, main products and byproduct not only have export prospects but also have considerable internal demand in several ancillary auxiliary industries. Earning from export of plantation crops account to 27% of total agricultural commodities and 4.8% of total export. Employment generation. Cultivation of plantation crops are very labor intensive and they provide very encouraging results in employment generation, and cultivation of plantation crop provide year-round gainful employment on the farm and factories. Example, coconut provide 78 man days per year per hectare and accounting to 70 million man day per year in Kerala alone. Next is crop diversification. These crops provide immense scope for diversification and thereby create sustainable agriculture. Availability of technology and yield gap. Considerable information on recent technologies are available with the headquarters of these crops like CPCRI situated at Kasaragod, Kerala, National Research Center on Cashew, Puttur, and various other. Now, economic importance of plantation crops. Export earning. Plantation crop occupy less than 3% of total cultivated area. That is about in tune of 1.82% of total crop. And 4 million hectare out of 143 million hectare. It is around 2.3%. Leading position in the world. India is now leading country in case of certain plantation crop like tea, cashew, areca nut, coconut and rubber. Employment opportunities. Plantation crop provide directly and indirectly means of employment to many people, like tea to about 20 lakh people, cashew about 5 lakh people. Industrial importance. Production industries support many byproduct industries and also many rural industries like coconut fiber, which are obtained from coconut husk. Production in India is its production about 2.2 million tons, covering soil and ecosystem. Like tea and coffee with shade trees, actually when tea and coffee plantation are undertaken, side by side shade plants like gravelia and other plants are also planted. So these play very good results in conserving soil and ecosystem. Cashew has been found very promising in barren and wasteland. Both protect soil from water and wind erosion. Some of the important research stations on plantation and beverage crops. Coconut. Central Plantation Crop Research Institute, Kasaragod, Kerala. Areca nut, CPCRI, Karnataka. Cocoa, CPCRI, Regional Research Station, Karnataka. Rubber Research Institute, Kottayam, Kerala. Cashew, Directorate of Cashew Research, Puttur, Karnataka. Oil palm, NRC, Elur, Andhra Pradesh. Palmyra palm, Tamil Nadu. Tea, Upasi, Tea Research Institute, United Planters Association of South India, it is Upasi, known as Upasi, Tamil Nadu. And coffee, Central Coffee Research Institute, Karnataka. These are the important research stations dealing with plantation crop. Thank you. In by other lectures, I will go through different crops one by one. So this is for the introduction, scope and importance of plantation crop. Thank you all.